What's going on YouTube? This is JabberTech, and today we're going to take a look at some in-ear headphones from Anker. These are the Liberty 2 Pros, a total wireless solution, meaning that the left and the right act independently from each other, and that's definitely a huge plus. If you're interested in picking these up, check my link down below. Before we get into this review, I have to stop the video and I have to be quite honest with you. These are the best sounding total wireless earphones, truly wireless earphones that I have tested. These are now my new favorites, my go-to for listening to music. The sound quality just really blew me away. The bass is excellent. All the EQs that they give you, all the custom EQs are excellent as well. So if you're looking for a great earphone, I really can recommend these, but let's just get into this full review and I'm going to tell you more about them. But I just had to let you guys know up front that these sound absolutely amazing. Really blew me away the first time I put on a song and listened to them. But enough about that, let's get back to the video. Let's get into this review of the Liberty 2 Pros. Look at the box, guys. The first thing I noticed when I open these up is just how premium this cardboard feels. I know that might sound a little silly, but when you're spending this type of money, you don't want some cheap type of packaging. And Anker actually does a really nice job with their packaging, has a lot of nice information on it, and actually feels really nice. And they did spend quite a number of hours with 10 Grammy-winning audio producers to really tweak the sound, and spoiler alert, these sound really, really good. Let's just get into some of the specs that we see on the box. So it is a Bluetooth headphone, Bluetooth 5. You also get the apt-x codec in here, up to 32 hours of playtime, and wireless charging means that you can pretty much top these up from either your phone or a McDonald's or anywhere else that there's wireless chargers. Now this uses their whole new developed system, which is called the Astria Coaxial Acoustic Architecture, which for us just means it delivers an expansive soundstage with rich details, and on the back you get the same sort of information. There is an app, and I always like seeing apps on these headphones, because that means that if there is a firmware or software update, we're going to be able to get them. We're no longer in the dinosaur age where when you buy a headphone, that's what it is. Manufacturers are always tweaking their sound, always making it sound a little bit better for us. Again, there's that architecture, 32 hours. Something that I found super cool with these headphones, and it is a premium headphone, and this is one way you can tell that. The Hear ID is a way that the headphones actually give you a hearing test and really adapt their sound to your own ears. Not everyone has the same hearing abilities, and these headphones actually use this advanced technology to kind of adjust that sound accordingly. Again, crystal clear calls. We're going to test that out a bit later. And of course, for you Apple users, it is Android and iOS compatible. Now inside, they tell us a little bit more about this new architecture that they developed. You do get a whole bunch of information. Now, I'm not an audiophile, guys. I'm just a dude that likes music. I'm just someone that listens to music every day, whether that be podcasts, whether that be country, or whether that be EDM. And you do get a nice soundstage from these headphones. But taking a look at the box, I already did unbox them, but I just want to show you what we get inside. These do charge with USB-C, so if you don't want to use that wireless charging function, you can just charge up with USB-C. Inside the box, you're going to get everything that you need to make sure that the Liberty 2s actually fit your ears. And I think this is great. You get a whole bunch of different tips here and a bunch of different wing tips as well. So finding that perfect fit is important, and these actually fit in my ears really well. I want to show you the app here. So you do have an equalizer, Hear ID. This is how you set up your Hear ID. I'm going to just go through all of this setup together because I think it's important. When you're spending this kind of money on a headphone, or when you're spending any type of money on a headphone, you want the listening experience to be enjoyable because you are putting these things in your ear. So let's just go ahead and click on next. Alright guys, no joke, that sounds just like I did a hearing test, and I hope it's well worth it. This is the map that they're producing. This is my personalized sound, and I'm just impressed. Color me impressed. I've never had a headphone that's told me to take a hearing test, so well done for Anker. You've already impressed me, but let's see if all that was worth it. That took probably about 5 minutes to do, so let's just go ahead and go back Taking a look at the app, you get a nice layout. I think Anker did a nice job with their app. Here's your hearing test, and once you complete this, the earphones will actually be adjusted to your ear. Again, super, super cool. You have equalizers down here. You can do your own custom EQ if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing with the custom EQ, guys, don't worry. You do have these 10 Grammy-winning audio producers that kind of develop their own EQ based on their soundstage, and they do a nice job. I always leave it up to the professionals. And then, speaking of professionals, Anker also has quite a number of different EQs that you can choose from for pretty much every different genre that you want. And again, I've been playing around with these settings, and they do a pretty good job. So if you are listening to hip-hop, which is obviously what I was listening to before I made this video, choose the hip-hop and you will notice quite a difference in sound quality. Holding down or double tapping this button will bring up the assistant, or do whatever you have it set in the app. And I do have to tell you right off the bat, this is a very easy button to press and very easy to feel when it's in your ear. What's the weather today? Let's go ahead and listen to some music. Okay, these get really, really loud. This is an awesome sounding headphone. The bass is powerful, more powerful bass than I've ever heard on any other truly wireless headphone. And that's no joke. Really a nice sounding bass. Alright, switching to hip hop from Bass Booster, while of course listening to hip hop, did a nice job. Oh. Ladies in disgrace with style and grace. I got more Mac than Craig in the bed. I got enough to feed the needy. Let's listen to something a little bit different. Pop sounds awesome for country. You can immediately see the difference when switching out the equalizer settings. The bass is legit on these. The bass is no doubt legit on these Liberty 2 Pros. Definitely a legit sounding bass. These are my favorite headphones right now, guys. Now, in terms of music, these actually really blew me away. I listen to everything from EDM to country to classical to jazz, and anything I threw at these, the Liberty 2 Pros did a really good job, and they actually sounded bigger than they are. Think about that for a second. These headphones are actually really, really tiny, but they actually sounded like some of my over-the-ear headphones that I have, and I think they did a great job. Again, there is no active noise cancellation, but because these are in your ear, they do a good job of blocking out a lot of the ambient noise around you, but the sound quality was there. The bass was something that I noticed right off the bat when I listened to some hip-hop. Bass is excellent. Bass is #1 on these in-ear style headphones. Trebles were really good. The highs were awesome as well. And again, I'm not an audiophile. I'm just a regular dude, probably like most of you watching this video. And if you like music, if you like movies, if you like to hear those explosions, these are the one for you without actually wearing those big cans over your ears. Trust me when I tell you, the Liberty 2 Pros are an awesome value. Definitely a must pick up if you're looking for a premium, truly wireless in-ear headphone. Next thing, watching movies, watching something on your TV or your phone, no lag between the audio and the visual experience. Everything was in sync. Everything was perfect. Let's talk about fit and comfort, guys, because that's super important. If a headphone sounds nice but it's not comfortable, you're not going to wear it. And I do have to say that for most in-ear headphones, 3 hours is my actual limit. I cannot have something in my ear more than 3 hours, but these were very comfortable for those 3 hours. No issues with comfort. Also, I went for a run with them. They stayed in my ear. No problems with that at all. Apart from listening to music, we also take phone calls once in a while, maybe a little more now than we used to. They have about 8 mics in these, so let me give you a little sample of the sound quality if you're on a voice call.
This is with both earpieces in. Now, because this is a truly wireless earbud, you can take out one of the earpieces, and that's exactly what I've done. Now you're just listening to me on the right earbud. So if you're at work, you're trying to take a phone call on the DL, this is what it sounds like just with that one earbud. I have both earbuds back in my ear. So this is what it sounds like when you're walking down the street and you got a conversation. There's a lot of background noise. I'm walking through the streets of New York City. I can hear the other person just fine. But let me know what you guys think about the audio quality on the other end.
One more thing I want to talk about when it comes to truly wireless headphones. Some of them out there call themselves wireless headphones, but they don't act independently of each other. The right or the left actually transmit the signal to the other one. But now with the Liberty 2 Pros, you can take one out of the case, listen to one in your ear, leave one in the case, and you'll still be able to take phone calls, you'll still be able to listen to music just from one bud. And that's something that if you call yourself a truly wireless earphone, that's what you should be able to do. And you can do that with these Soundcore Liberty 2 Pros. In terms of battery life, guys, I got pretty close to the 8 hours that they claim. I'd say I got about 7 and change from these headphones, but with the included case, you can get up to a total of 32 hours. But again, you're not really listening to these headphones more than a couple hours at a time, and then just plopping them back in this case is going to make sure that when you are ready to go home, they're going to be charged up and ready. But if you do want to listen to them for quite a number of hours, expect to get about 7 and change from these. That's what I got. Wireless charging is a thing. We have a lot of wireless chargers around these days, and thankfully you can just plop these on your pad when you get home, pop them on the back of your phone if your phone does that, and charge these up without any issue. But if you are in a pinch, you can pop these in the case for about 10 minutes and get 2 hours of charge, probably enough to get you guys home on your commute. I also like this oval shaped case that they have. Opening it up with one hand was really simple. The sliding mechanism is something that I prefer versus a flip top. I think this is a lot easier and a lot more manageable when you're in the streets and you just want to open these up and pull out an earbud, versus having to flip open a case and then take your hand. It sounds silly, guys, but if you're in New York City, if you're in a very crowded city, you know what I mean. If you're on that subway, you just want to be able to flip these open, take out your earbud, and keep it moving. These are the best sounding total wireless earphones, truly wireless earphones that I have tested. These are now my new favorites, my go-to for listening to music. The sound quality just really blew me away. The bass is excellent. All the EQs that they give you, all the custom EQs are excellent as well. So if you're looking for a great earphone, I really can recommend these. But I really appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions about this, let me know down in the comments below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.